welcome to my channel. I'm so excited. This is my first video ever. So I don't know who's gonna watch this, but welcome to the party, because that's what it is. That's what my whole life is, a big party. I'm excited to introduce myself to y'all. I'm excited to talk about what this channel is gonna be about. And we're gonna just share everything. We're gonna talk about all the experiences that I go through in my life every day. I'm ready to share all of that with y'all, and I want to hear what y'all have been through too, because you've probably been through some of the same things. So he's just not that into you, sis. Like, how can you tell if a guy likes you? So many of us, we ignore the signs that he isn't really into us like that. And I fill my brows in with Anastasia Dip Brow. This one. I use dark brown. So yeah, guys make things so obvious to the point where we don't even have to like guess most of the time. Oh, it's so hard to, know if he likes you. It's really not. It's really not, in my opinion. You can tell if a guy likes you or not because of his actions, right? We're gonna always emphasize that. His actions speak louder than words. So if he's just not, y'all text and y'all, might FaceTime, but he hasn't asked you on a date yet in like a month. No date. Not even a let's go take a walk in the damn park. Like, but he ain't asked you on a date. And it's going on a month. I don't know. Like, for me, he ain't asked you on a date and y'all been talking for a month. That's red flag number one, right? So if y'all have been talking for a while, he hasn't tried to put in any effort to spend time with you and get to know you more, aside from just being on the phone, or texting. He's always making an excuse, whatever. Nah, we ain't going for that in 2020. We ain't going for it, because when you like someone, you're gonna make all the time in the world for someone that you like, or someone that you are trying to pursue, and you really, you're just really interested in them. You're gonna make time for that. Like, I don't care what anybody tells y'all. I'm telling y'all, sis is telling y'all, if he ain't trying to put in the time that early on, that's a no-no. It's a no-no. I'm sorry. It's a no for him, for me. That's just whack. And that's really just a waste of time, because you're spending time. He's not that interested, and you could be talking to someone else or dating another guy that actually wants to actually date you and actually get to know you. So we're gonna stop with that wasting time stuff. And I already primed and moisturized and all of that. I use Makeup Forever, the Equalizer primer. Really good if you're looking for a matte finish. So yeah, you're wasting time. Like, let it go. So that's the first thing. The next thing, now say y'all have been going on dates. Like, he has, asked you out, blah, blah, blah. And the first date was cool. You had a good time with him. Thought y'all really hit it off. And then after that date, he ain't hit you up. Like, things kind of just die off. You're waiting for the next date to happen, and it just never happens. It never comes. And you're like, what's up with that? Like, and I use the Juvia's Place foundation stick which I have. So yeah, you waiting for the next date to happen, and girl, it ain't never happening. So you're like, what's going on? He gives you no real excuse as to why he's being more distant, as to why he's not called, why he hasn't just been showing any more interest in you. Another red flag. If he can't give you a reason, it's no point. It's no point, because you don't want to force. Because I've noticed with women, when we don't get the answers that we're looking for, we try to force these answers out of these guys that we want to hear. And nah, you want to hear whatever he tells you, that's what you need to hear, because that will help you decide how to maneuver moving forward, and whether or not he's really worth, first of all, your patience, second of all, your time. So yeah, he's not giving you no real excuse as to why the calls have stopped, why the texts have stopped. You don't need to hear no more. Like I said, it's 2020. We're doing things real different. That's what it's going to be, because nobody has time for that anymore. And it's hard out here dating. It's really hard. And I know y'all want to hear my story. I know y'all want to hear my story. I have plenty of dating horror stories. We'll just talk about one. So I met a guy, and I just thought he was heaven on earth. Like, I thought, oh, this hair is killing me. I thought he was heaven on earth, y'all. I thought we were going to be like together for real. Like, I had told everybody about him. And this was a couple months of talking and all this type of stuff. So yeah, I started telling everybody. Like, I was so excited about this. I was so confident in him. I was so, happy. He had so much going for himself. I just thought, girl, I thought I had made it. Like, we found him. We found him, y'all. Like, I really thought he was the one. And he was not. 6 months had gone by, and we had been talking for months. We used to go, we would go do things every like other weekend. It wasn't like a every weekend thing. I can definitely say that it was not an every weekend thing, but every other weekend, I'll give him that. Every other weekend we would do things, we would hang out, blah, blah, blah. And it was great. I was good with that. I was in school, so, the weekend thing kind of was better for me than trying to hang out during the week. Doing things on the weekend was perfect for me. So I'm thinking this whole time, we're on the same page. Like, he likes me, I like him. Like, it's, months are going by. Like, this might really be something. Girl. So we get to like the 6.5 month mark, right? And we went to a concert, a Valentine's Day concert at that. And we had a good time at the concert. And he brought me home after, everything was fine, like normal, whatever. The next day, he usually texts me. Like, this was routine to the point where I didn't get a text. And I was like, okay, a person could miss a day. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, maybe he's still asleep. Maybe he's sick. Maybe something happened. Like, what's going on? I'm thinking, at this point, I'm thinking all kind of stuff, because this man, this is just not like him, right? And when you've been talking to someone, when you've been talking to a guy for a while, what's not like him. So I'm like, okay, so I give him a couple hours to see, what's going on. Not saying that he always had to text me, but he would always be up before I was. Didn't get a text, didn't get, you know, anything like that. I'm like, what's going on? So, of course, I go check Instagram to see if he's been on Instagram. Girl, he's been on Instagram, posted something on Instagram, posted on his story. Nah, don't play with me. Like, what's going on? Did something happen last night that I didn't, last night meaning the concert that we had just went to the night before? Did something, you know, happen that you feel some type of way about? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to figure it out. So I text him and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Do we need to talk about something? Like, sis is trying to figure out what type of time he on, because I'm just so confused as to why you're posting on Instagram. Why are you posting on Instagram? And I know you saw that I text you. So that was a big problem for me, because I don't like that. I don't. And you're like active on social media. So he didn't text back for like another 3-4 hours. So I'm like, I'm not about to keep texting you, because first of all, I'm not about to keep texting you. Like, so 3-4 hours gone by, nothing, y'all, nothing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm really getting aggravated, because this is somebody who I have been spending a lot of time with. This is somebody who, and this is really one of the only people that I was dealing with for a while. Like, I wasn't. So long story short, he had a girlfriend. You know, how did you not know? And I sometimes I still ask myself, like, how the f did I not know that? But yeah, a couple hours had went by, and he had finally texted me back, and he was like, just was running some errands, you know, a excuse. It was nothing that made sense to me at all, because you never have not texted me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we just continue having regular conversation, and that whole day had just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because he was just being real weird, like just real weird. So we were following each other on Instagram. There were no pictures of a girlfriend. There were nothing like that. Even when we would hang out and go out and do things, nobody out of the ordinary would call him. Like, he never was like trying to sneakily answer the phone and stuff like that. Like, nothing like that ever happened. So of course I would have never thought that. Aside from asking him in the beginning, you're single, right? Yeah, I'm single. So had already asked him that in the beginning. So of course I take your word. I'm not a person who goes into things trying to doubt people and trying to call you a liar. So I believed what he said. I really believed what he said when he told me he was single. And he gave me no reason to believe that he wasn't for 6.5 months. So how I found out that he had a girlfriend. So something told me just like go looking on other stuff. So I found him on Facebook. He sleep on Facebook. You can find everything on Facebook. I don't be on Facebook. Like, I have one, but it's like more for like my family, how I, you know, keep up with them, but I'm never on it. Like, I'm never on Facebook. Girl, looked him up on Facebook, went through like his friend pictures, vacations, was just with her the weekend before that. She lived in another state, which is probably why I never got any weird red flags. That's why me and him only used to go out like every other weekend, because the weekends before you were hanging out with her. And his Instagram, I guess, was more like his single bachelor profile, but the Facebook was like the homie lovey-dovey relationship. Like, yeah, like he had a girlfriend. That broke my heart to the core. Like, that broke my heart to the core. I was so, like, I dropped my phone when I saw all of that. I could have died. How far guys will go or to hide something. So that was that. Found out he had a girlfriend. How we discussed it, I just sent him everything that I seen. I sent him all the pictures. I sent him everything that I saw on Facebook, all the pictures, all the lovey-dovey shit. I sent it all to him. And do y'all know what his response was? Hey y'all, I'm back. I did my lashes and blush and everything off camera. So yeah, I did all that off camera. This would be like my everyday look. If I was going to the store, to the mall, running errands. You know, my everyday look is very extra. It's very glam. So I don't wear any eyeshadow for my everyday look. Bad girl. After I sent him all of the screenshots, all of the evidence that I found, that I gathered, I didn't send a text like with any of my words with it. I just sent him everything that I had seen. So his response, drum roll please, his response to all of that was, I'm sorry I couldn't bring myself to tell you this sooner. And I was livid. Did I show him I was livid? No. When something hurts me, like to that extent, that badly, I really have no words in the moment. Really, really serious things that really hurt me and bother. I just can't bring myself to say anything. So my response to him was, I wish you the best of luck in life. And I left it at that. I didn't want to wish anything bad on him. I just know better, and I pay more attention now when I date, and I ask more questions, and I make sure I do all of my investigations before I get these serious feelings about someone. I know it's hard dating out there, and I'm sure it's some of you who may have gone through a situation similar to mine, and you just have to be careful. You have to be mindful. This was a situation that I really had no idea, and he hit it very well, which a lot of guys do very well. So it's just important that you and that person are on the same page, that you know all the answers, that you really know this person. If you have to go through the Facebook, if you have to go through Twitter, if you have to go through, the LinkedIn, the whatever to find what you need to find, I'm just thinking he had Instagram. Found his Facebook and found a whole nother life. Just be mindful and aware of the people that you're dating and dealing with, because everyone is not who they say they are. Not saying that you should go into every situation doubting the person that you're dating or feeling like they're a liar, because I don't do that. Still to this day, when I date guys, I believe everything that they say in the beginning until you prove me wrong. So you are innocent until proven guilty. Such a lie. God, he works in mysterious ways. Yeah, this is just one of many terrible situations. And dating isn't bad. It's not all bad. I have gone on some great dates. We're going to talk about great dates, terrible dates, dates from hell, dates from I thought was sent from heaven. Dating is hard, but it's very fun. And being single, it gets boring, but having the being able to date different people and meet different people, you do learn different things, and it's all just a learning experience. Being young, I've been having a good time doing it. We didn't even get to talk about me. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm 22 years old. I am a senior in college. I go to Southeastern Louisiana University. I am a health science major with a minor in biology. Hopefully I become a PA one day or a dentist. Right now, those are my two options. Still deciding. Not sure. It's really hard out here in college. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Guys, my next video, not sure what it's going to be about yet. Not sure what feedback I'm going to get from this one. So I'll have something up soon. We might talk about, I don't know, friendships, because I'm really in a weird place with friendships right now, and I'm in a weird spot with making new friends. It's really been hard. See y'all in my next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye. I ride with some harness on me, I got the boutique. Pull up in a Jeep, I put it on 4. Run it back like a track.